What's up, everybody? What are your thoughts on the idea that fear is the enemy? I was reading Isaiah 41:10 tonight, and I came across the mindset of every single time we have something going on in our lives that we are not happy with, that we are feeling is a challenge that hurts us, fear is involved in it. Like I said, Isaiah 41:10 is referencing where God says, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you." Let me go to the actual one. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. It says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." So that led me to believe that we are not supposed to be fearful in any situation. Okay?
And you're supposed to just pray.
Yes. Why do we need to pray? Because God got us. God is in the situation
and in the story.
He is, and He knows exactly what's going on even before we pray, right? We know God already knows what's going on. But the beauty in all of this is that it doesn't say do not fear certain things.
Yeah, it says don't fear
do
for
not
every
fear.
single thing that's in your life.
Now, another thing is that we looked up, Dior and I, how many times does the Bible reference the fact that you should not have any fear? And we found that
is 365 times in the Bible. And we figured out that's how many days are in a year.
Right. So it's like you should be covered. Whatever fear you have right now, when we're thinking of a fresh start, for those who are wanting to try to implement some good habits and be motivated and be confident and get out of their comfort zone this year. We're thinking about that. For those of you who are thinking about that, keep in mind the fact that
God
fear
is with you, and fear is not allowed.
Fear may be the thing that's been holding you back. And it can come, again, in different forms.
It can come as a person. It can come as, anything. And the devil is not just a person like a red with horns and stuff with a suit on and stuff. He can be in people.
Mm-hmm.
He can be in any person, even the kindest friend you ever had.
Uh-oh. Come on with it now.
It can even be in your mom, but it's never been in her, honestly. It's never been in her.
See,
it's never been in her.
Move,
it's
back
never
up.
been in her, honestly.
See, here's the deal. When you trying to raise your kids right, it be your own kids, okay? They be trying you. But I'm not mad at that.
Because it can't actually happen. It's true.
So anyway, our main goal here is to address and tackle whatever fears you have, because it should not be there. So fear, we've heard it before. People say false evidence appearing real.
Yeah, it can be fear of spiders, fear of,
false evidence appearing real. So it's something that forms in your mind.
So yeah, if you have a fear of the dark, I don't really have a fear of the dark anymore that much, but I still have it, but it's not really that type of fear that we're talking about in the Bible. It's a different fear from the devil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So any type of fear
can be from the devil.
Right. Any type of fear we're dealing with, we need to shut it down quick.
And pray.
Because it's our minds
just controlling us.
Trying to get us
to think that stuff is real, think that
trying to shift
we're not
our focus.
Good enough.
Right. Shifting our focus. All of those things are shifting our focus from
The devil.
what we should, not from the devil, toward the devil.
Toward the devil.
Yeah, it's shifting our mind from what we should be focusing on. And that is that God is with us. And we have nothing to fear because God is with us. Stand right here for a minute. We have nothing to fear. He will uphold us with his righteous right hand. So today and for the future, if you are struggling with not being able or being held back from doing something that you're trying to get done.
The very first thing you have to do is pray and tell God about like what you're feeling. And you don't tell you can tell your mom and dad, but it's best to tell God.
You want to have a personal relationship with God because a lot of times fear can hide behind not
people,
not just the things like, oh, I'm scared. No, it can hide behind acting out. You know, I got a podcast called Act Up. The podcast is related to being above crazy thoughts, being above all of those thoughts that comes in our mind all the time that shifts our focus from what we need to be focusing on, which is God. Right.
And like work and stuff. But
so acting out could lead to things that we regret, you know, which we do it every day. You know I have so many things every day that I regret doing or saying. I'm getting better with it. Yeah. But I know it stemmed from some type of fear that led me.
Or some type of demon too.
That led me to be in that place. The fear of being alone. The fear of being embarrassed, the fear of being talked about, all of those things. So you can be fearful. Wait a minute. You can be fearful in a place of, you know, something that is going to happen as a result of me doing this, or something that's going to happen as a result of me saying this, you know. And that type of fear is not good because it slows us down.
And it takes our focus off of on something bad.
Right.
Like maybe that's like the devil. We can, and when we pray, we can actually say that, and that will make the devil really angry and just make him stop messing with you.
Yeah, we have to. Dior keeps talking about prayer because that's important. That is important. This is a daily thing.
If you never prayed, you would have, I can't even explain it, a really bad life.
Every single time that we think we can do things on our own and we can handle it on our own,
we
can check somebody on our own, we can do this on our own. We do something or go over the top a little bit too much every single time.
Regret it.
So we want to, in 2023, get to a point where we are
focused on God,
putting God first and making him a priority in our lives so that we can shut down all kind of things that have us fearful and lead us to do other things. See, a lot of times we think that we do things because we're fearful. We're doing a thing. But in actuality, you can be doing something
because of the devil or maybe something else.
You can be doing something also because of your acting out in fear. So just think about that. You know, don't take what I say and run with it. You know, do your research, look into it, read the Bible, read up, Google how many times does the Bible reference do not fear, and look up some of those verses.
365.
Because that is going to be a big part of what we need to address as we are trying to come up and grow up, okay? Spiritually, mentally, all of that. We cannot allow fear to intervene in anything we're doing. Some people, some people, let me say this. Some people was fearful to get closer to God, to build my personal relationship with God, because I felt that
you weren't good enough.
Wait a minute, Dior. I felt that it was something that older people do. Like it was more old fashioned to do that. Like it was taken away from my fly. It was taken away.
It isn't.
It was taken away from my swag, so to speak, from my coolness, all that. Yeah,
No.
that's out the window because it's cool and it's fly to put God first. Okay?
You could, any type of age, if you're too young, too old, you're not. Any age. You can even be 1-year-old and know about God.
That's true.
You can know about God since you were born, even.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And
so what we're going to do as we are ending this live session is we're going to make sure, go over a little bit, that we put God first. And we're going to make sure that we shut fear down whenever it comes up in us.
And put positivity up.
Yes, we're going to shift it down. So be on the lookout for my next podcast, which is going to be coming out this week. And that podcast is going to be talking about tough love. Be on the lookout for that. See you soon.